In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. In a small village nestled amidst lush green fields, lived a young boy named Adam. Adam was known for his mischievous nature and often found himself tangled in a web of mischief and wrongdoings. Despite being brought up in a devout Islamic family, he strayed away from the righteous path and allowed the whispers of Shaitan to cloud his judgment. One day, as the golden rays of the morning sun pierced through the window of Adam's room, he woke up with a heavy heart. The weight of his sins burdened him, and he felt a deep sense of remorse. He recalled the teachings of Islam that emphasized Allah's boundless mercy and forgiveness, yet he doubted whether he deserved such compassion. As days passed, Adam's guilt only grew stronger, and he felt as if the dark clouds of his misdeeds were never going to disperse. Consumed by his thoughts, he couldn't focus on his daily tasks and withdrew from his friends and family. One evening, as Adam sat alone by a tranquil stream on the outskirts of the village, an elderly man approached him. His warm eyes and gentle smile seemed to radiate wisdom and compassion. The man sat beside Adam, and without any judgment, he asked him what troubled his heart. Adam hesitated at first but eventually poured out his soul to the wise elder. He confessed all the sins he had committed, big and small, feeling a sense of relief as he unburdened himself. The elderly man listened attentively to Adam's story and, after a moment of thoughtful silence, spoke softly. "My dear young one, the path of repentance and forgiveness is open to every soul that seeks it. Allah's mercy knows no bounds, and He loves those who turn to Him sincerely, no matter how sinful their past may be." Adam looked up, his eyes brimming with tears. "But I fear that my sins are too grave to be forgiven. I have disappointed my family and myself. Will Allah truly forgive me?" The elder smiled. "Allah's mercy surpasses His wrath. He is the most forgiving and most compassionate. The doors of His forgiveness are always open for those who seek it with a sincere heart. You must believe in the power of repentance and embrace the hope of His forgiveness." With those words, the elderly man reminded Adam of a beautiful Quranic verse. "Say, O my servants who have transgressed against themselves by sinning, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Indeed, Allah forgives all sins. Indeed, it is He who is the forgiving, the merciful." Adam was deeply moved by the verse and the elder's words. A glimmer of hope flickered in his heart, and he felt the strength to embark on the journey of repentance and redemption. From that day on, Adam sought forgiveness with sincerity and determination. He turned to Allah in prayer, seeking His guidance and forgiveness. He performed acts of kindness and charity, trying to make amends for his past wrongdoings. Gradually, he felt the weight of guilt lift from his heart, and he found solace in Allah's boundless mercy. As time passed, the people of the village noticed a remarkable change in Adam. His once mischievous demeanor had transformed into one of humility and compassion. He became a source of inspiration for others, reminding them of Allah's forgiving nature. The moral of the story is that no matter how many sins one has committed, Allah's forgiveness is always within reach for those who sincerely seek it. The path to redemption may be challenging, but with faith, hope, and consistent efforts, one can find the peace and mercy of Allah. This story reminds us that we should never lose hope in His forgiveness and should always strive to become better versions of ourselves, knowing that Allah's mercy is greater than any sin we may commit.